What is up, guys? This is the Fallout Claptrap, and today I'm going to be bringing you a video about my final thoughts on the Division Beta, initial thoughts on Division, however you want to call it. Well, anyways, I'm going to focus mostly on the combat, which I'll explain because two reasons. I didn't really put enough time in to get to the skill tree development, and I played on the Xbox One version, so my capture got a little messed up and actually didn't capture the part I thought it did with skill tree development. But anyways, I can still talk about it. And here you can see it's a third-person based, cover-based shooter, as Ubisoft likes to call it. As you can see, I'm using the cover effectively, this event thing. And the minute I get up from cover and get shot, I get absolutely killed. You saw earlier, and later I actually die. I think it's a different battle, but anyways. And then yeah, so it's really good cover-based shooting. It's a lot like a mashup between GTA, Dark Souls, Gears of War, GTA. It's more GTA oriented, I think, just because it's like more realistic, I guess, because Gears of War isn't even set like, you know, it's not set on Earth and you're not fighting humans and stuff like that. But it's definitely cool. But it's great, but it's nothing spectacular. Like me and my friend, he played on the PC, I played on the Xbox One. We were talking about this yesterday. We were hanging out, and we collectively decided that, you know, it's great combat, but it's nothing revolutionary or new. But nonetheless, it's great, and it's definitely worth playing. And another thing with the combat is like the enemies level with you. Like I'm currently level 4, so I'm fighting a lot of level 4 enemies. So it's kind of always equal. It's kind of like a rubber banding system too. And right here, this guy with the yellow health bar, he's called a legendary, I think, something along those lines. And he's basically like the boss, because he's the last guy I got to kill to end this mission. My mission was to clear the rooftop so I could evacuate some people. And he's the last guy I have to kill. And if you see here, he's got immense amounts of armor. But I don't... up here in a minute, I'm not sure when it's going to start, but he's basically like a normal enemy once you start shooting him. Like once you get his armor down, and yeah, he's just basically a normal enemy. So it kind of reminds me of like almost maybe the legendary enemies from Fallout, where it's more or less like just like a strengthened enemy rather than like your typical like boss in a game like Borderlands per se. But yeah, I like it, and they do drop very good equipment. Like this one, I dropped some really good armor, a submachine gun that had a pretty high rate of fire, and I think another pretty good piece of armor. I guess another thing that would be related to the combat would be the loot system. Really, I've only found loot on the bodies of these legendary people. I'm not sure. Maybe you can find it on other people, but so far, I've only found it on these people. But anyways, it's like the only loot you really find on your normal, typical enemy that you kill in battle is just ammo usually. Ammo runs out quick, obviously. But yeah, I think there we go. We killed him right there, and we're gonna see what my loot is up here in a minute.
We're off to a good start, Agent.
Just hold on a minute.
Wish I could have had your back out there, but I think we make a hell of a team anyway. When you get back
there
to
we
the
go.
base,
See, it dropped. He
Candle,
dropped. It
we'll
looks
see what she
like
can do for us.
it looks like a submachine gun, some armor there. I'm picking up. Oh, you get med packs too. Is another thing you get from normal enemy drops. See, I got that converted SMG 9. I'm getting. I know I got some armor and some other things. I'm not gonna keep dragging this out, but yeah. So the combat was definitely great, and now I'll move on, segue into the setting for the Division. All right, so this is more combat of me. Once again, showing the cover-based things and all that crap. But anyways, this is where I want to talk about the setting for the Division, because I'm more in an open area here. When I think, honestly, in my opinion, the setting for the Division is very unique and cool because I get blown up by a grenade. very unique and cool because, you know, don't get me wrong, I love my post-apocalyptic games. I mean, I made a YouTube channel based off of two of them, Fallout and Borderlands. But, you know, it kind of gets repetitive with Fallout 4, you know, all the Borderlands games I've played. Mad Max, I loved the game, but, you know, just there's a lot of post-apocalyptic games, State of Decay, all these crazy ones. We don't see too many, however, of these during the apocalypse games or TV shows or just forms of media in general. And I think this is very cool because you kind of see how this like Black Friday vibe. If you're not aware, the backstory is that there was like on this is Manhattan, New York City. If you're not aware of the story, basically what happens is on Black Friday, like, you know, day after Thanksgiving, everybody's shopping. There is a virus released into the stores, and everybody catches it because everybody's out shopping, and that kind of like, this is during the apocalypse, and I don't know what faction these guys are supposed to be, but these guys are trying to basically take over New York City now. They're kind of like thugs, I guess. I'm not quite sure. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, please. But anyways, yeah, so it's kind of a cool because you don't see too much of this like during apocalypse setting and stuff, and obviously the beta doesn't really have too much of the story in there. But once the full game comes out, this is very unique and could provide us with a very unique and good story, which is something that I think would be awesome because I'm a story-driven gamer. If you don't know, Fallout, obviously, Borderlands, but Borderlands 2 has a really strong story. So, yeah, I'm a story-driven gamer, yeah, the setting for the Division is something that it's awesome, and it could very well allow them to have a great story. One last thing I'm going to talk about before I end this video is both the base development as well as the skill tree. The skill tree reminds me a lot like of Borderlands, where it's got 3 columns: security, health, and technology, each giving you a different benefit when you hit RB. Like, for example, technology for the first one gives you a firebomb grenade thing. Security gives you a riot shield, and I didn't really get into it. I don't have any footage of it, but it seems like it'd be very cool, and I've heard it can be very deep from some of my friends. What you're seeing me do right now is base development. My medical wing I just unlocked in this home base, 0% operational, but now I'm upgrading it so I can create a better home base. It's a lot like State of Decay, it reminds me of. Create better stuff. So, yeah, that both these things, base development and skill development, has a lot of room for growth, can be very cool. I've heard they can be very cool. So let me know what you guys think about this in comments down below. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more. Follow me on Twitter, links below. And this is the Fallout Claptrap signing out.